Hi everyone, welcome to Political Playtime with John off to the side.
Yo.
And my name is Lou. Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite people, our favorite person, Mr. Ramaswamy.
I just can't get enough
Ramaswamy. Man, this guy just like, he gives me the runs or something. You know, every time I hear him talking, I feel like I need to run to the bathroom. You're such a con man. You know, it just, I mean, we can talk about some of the things he said. Like, you know, what did he say? The
climate thing is a hoax.
The climate change is a hoax, and more people are dying from climate change policies.
Yes.
Okay, man.
Yeah.
You're from India. Your family's from India. You were born here, but your parents came from India. You'd think mom and dad would have sat him down,
yeah,
and said, son, listen, the country we came from is the 8th most polluted country in the world. Delhi is the 9th most polluted city in the world. It's an issue, because really what they want to get to, too, is they want to get to deregulation, because they love to see.
Well, that's the whole thing. So he wants to turn this country into India?
No, it's to help corporations, so to save them money so they can pollute.
Well, of course.
Use chemicals that they shouldn't be using, that have been banned. Reduce, like Trump wanted to, reduce emission standards on vehicles. Because doing all these things, who does it help? Does it help the people? No, it helps companies.
Yeah, it's not about
it helps corporations.
The people.
So let's do that. Let's do everything we can to get to where your family's country is. Right?
Yeah, I think from now on we should just call him by his old rap name, Devek.
Devek?
Yeah, back when he was in Hartford, he sang libertarian rap songs, and he called
Harvard.
Yeah, and his stage name was Devek.
Oh, maybe he performed with George Santos too. I don't know.
Who the hell knows?
You know, maybe they did that.
Who the hell knows?
But listen, I know this guy's style, man. I know his game. Holy hell! Oh wow, this is limeade.
It is limeade.
I watered it down, and wow, it's still a little brutal. So this is what this guy does. This is his style. Goes on, and you know what he's doing? He's doing the same. He's getting the same thing Trump got. He's everywhere. He's on every network, everywhere, all the time, getting free publicity.
He basically said that Trump was the greatest president of the 21st century.
Of course he did. Of course he did.
But in his book, he cut him down.
What is he doing? He's trying to. This guy's slick, man. You hear what he said too. He wouldn't mind being Trump's running mate. Maybe he's thinking, hey, if Trump picks me, there's so many different scenarios here, right? Yeah. If Trump picks me and becomes president and then gets removed from office.
He contradicted himself on that, because he said he did not want to be second banana.
Oh, he'll accept it, believe me.
Oh, yeah.
And what did Trump say a few days ago? He would consider it, consider him as his running mate, which he probably won't, because Trump wants someone that keeps your frickin' mouth shut. And Ramaswamy evidently doesn't know how to.
No.
Doesn't know how to keep his mouth shut. So
I like it when he gets that smiley look on his face when he's being interviewed.
But think about what he's doing. So, hey, what if Trump picked me as his running mate?
Yeah.
Different scenarios, right? Trump doesn't get elected, doesn't win. But look at the publicity I got.
Well,
what is he, 37?
Yeah, he's 38. He's getting free publicity right now, and tons of it.
So even if Trump doesn't win, but I got out there. So now he's going to be looking at 4 years down the road. Now, he also, I'm sure, he's an intelligent guy, can do math. Trump's 77 years old. And no matter what you MAGAs think, Trump is a fat, out-of-shape 77-year-old man. Okay? I've seen all the pictures, the paintings and the drawings of him riding the bull.
Oh, yeah.
He looks like Thor or Hercules or he looks like a Schwarzenegger in his prime. No, he's not. He's a 77-year-old fat guy that's out of shape. What if Trump does win and he's the VP? Trump dies. Trump's 77.
Yeah, and
Trump dies in office.
And he becomes president.
Boom, here you go, I'm president. Another scenario.
And this is another guy that can be worse than Trump.
Another scenario. Trump loses. In 4 years, he's thinking, okay, good. Now I'm going to run in 4 years, right?
In 4 years, he could
Now,
be...
in 4 years, Trump will be 81. He'll probably be out of the picture. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to try to pick up all those MAGAs now that don't have a leader because Trump is now out.
Right.
I'm going to pick those up, and they're going to be behind me like they were behind Trump. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
This guy's got some interesting things going on. Like, he wants to use the military, including drones, to secure the southern border. Okay? He wants the military to actually do military actions inside the country. Okay?
Well, Trump wanted to do that with protesters.
Yeah.
Not right-wing protesters.
Right.
Not right-wing protesters.
He wants to end affirmative action, and he says, repeal Lyndon Johnson's Executive Order 11246. Okay. How many Republicans have we had since Lyndon Johnson that never got rid of that order?
What amazes me too, he talks about how we have to stop talking about race and not see color, not see color, not see color. And what does he do? Talks about race all the time.
Yeah.
Guy's full of shit.
Yeah.
Guy's full of shit.
He also wants to protect American children, ban addictive social media under age 16, and gender confusion care for minors. Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on with that gender.
So when we start sending in a special force, breaking into people's houses, hey, your kid's 14, not allowed to watch that.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, it's just saying shit to piss people off. He's doing the same Trump model. This is what he does. This is his style if you watch his interviews. Okay, so what I'm going to do is this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk fast. I'm going to talk really fast. And I know, it depends on the network I'm on. Depends on the network. If it's a network that's friendly to me, I'm going to allow the interviewer to ask me the question because I know it's going to be a softball where I could easily answer the question. Now, if I'm on a network and they start quoting me on things that I said before because I already know. I said this 2 days ago. Now they're calling me out what I said 2 days ago. Now I'm going to say that's not what I said. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk over the interviewer. I'm going to talk really, really fast. I'm not going to answer the question that was asked. So and as I'm trying to make up an answer for the question, I'm going to keep going as the interviewer is trying to get me to answer the question. So because I'm not going to answer the question, or I'm going to say that question was out of context, or I'll change the subject completely. That way I can avoid it. That way I'll control the program. I will control the interviewer from asking me questions I don't want to hear. I will even...
Oh, shut up already, Vivek.
I will even say this. If they start bringing up quotes from my book, I'm going to talk really fast, avoid the question, not answer the question, because even though it's in print, it's in a book, anybody can see it, I'm going to act like I didn't say it, it's not there, or talk about something else. And if you want to talk about, you want to quote me on something I said on a network 3 hours ago, I'm going to say I didn't say it, and what I'm going to do is, again, change the subject, talk over you, not let you get the question all the way through, because some of you are so weak, you do end up giving up, and I don't end up having to touch that question I'm uncomfortable with, because I'm answering a question based on the network that's asking me questions, because I'm trying to appease everybody, and I'm also trying to kiss up to Donald Trump. And then when I was asked why didn't you say in your book that Donald Trump was a sore loser? Yes, I will say I stood by that, but Donald Trump is the best president of the 21st century. I support Donald Trump, and if Donald Trump is a nominee, I will support Donald Trump. Blah, 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 blah. That's what he does. That's what a scammer does.
Well, Vivek, here's a question for you.
That's what a scammer does.
On your website, you say, make political expression a civil right. Okay, that's already guaranteed under the First Amendment of the Constitution. So what the hell are you saying?
Oh, because people on the right have been suppressed so much, we can't say anything because we get attacked. We're called racist. We're called this. We're called that. So what we need to do is allow people to speak their minds on the right. Right?
Yeah.
On the right.
Oh, this is another one.
Because you can't speak your mind. He doesn't have the freedom to speak his mind. He's going everywhere, spewing bullshit.
Yeah. Well, he wants to withhold funding for cities that refuse to protect Americans from violent crime. Okay, does that make any sense? I mean, that's not the worst, but he wants to make voting...
because what that's saying is to... First place, this is the other thing. He wants to act like he's the most lily white person running for office.
Yeah.
Because evidently there are no mirrors in his house.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
He is the most lily white guy running for office. person, because we have Haley running for office as well.
And he'd be the first Hindu president if he ever got there. Another thing.
And I'm sure them good old boys out in the sticks can't wait to vote themselves some Ramaswamy.
Yeah, because he makes good movies.
Yeah, but I'm sure they can't wait to vote them some Ramaswamy.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Here's one. This is a lot of this stuff is from his website. Drill, frack, and burn coal. Abandon the climate cult and unshackle nuclear energy.
Yes, well, that's what I was saying. Dude, talk to your parents. They migrated here from India. Ask your parents how it's working out over there. Hey, maybe instead of us doing high-speed trains, let's take the India mold of their transportation system
And do it here.
with people on the roofs
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Oh, man, dude, this is all working class people hear deregulation, they love it because, oh, that means smaller government, that means this. No, that is to benefit corporations so they can pollute,
Yeah, so
spend less money.
So we can have rivers
make
light
more
on fire
profit.
again.
Have rivers where there are no fish in it left and they're all dead. Where the air, children are being born with brain defects. Women are getting breast cancer in those areas, right? Because we've had all of that.
Oh, there's all kinds of stuff.
But the top executives, they don't live there.
No, they don't.
They're not exposed to that.
And they don't
let's
care.
go back to that. And let's go back to this shit. What is he, 37?
38.
38. Okay, dude, make yourself a time machine and go back to the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s,
Well,
even the 80s. Stand behind a brand new car built that year, even in the 80s, and go like this. Inhale.
Smells good, don't it?
And smell that shitty ass exhaust. Now, go stand behind a brand new car today. I don't care if it's the cheapest car on the market. And see the difference.
Yeah.
These are because of standards that were put in place. Or go back to a car and put 10 bucks of gas in one of those cars, built back in the 70s, 80s, 60s, 50s. Drive around the block a couple of times and then go put gas in it again.
Yeah.
Or take a car today, just an average car today, an average sedan, and race it against a GTO.
From 73,
or a Z28 or whatever. That car today will kick its ass, get better gas mileage, run cleaner emissions. No, but we don't want that. We got to go backwards.
This is a good one here. Put Americans back to work. Dismantle Lyndon Johnson's failed Great Society. Mm-hmm. What does that have to do with people not working? Really?
Look, this is what a lot of these guys on the right do. Dismantle this, dismantle the FBI, dismantle this, dismantle that. Do away with this, do away with that, do away with the IRS, do away with this. Because they want ignorant people to go, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Well, he wants to do a Reagan II deregulation revolution, and he wants to cut greater than 75% of the head count among the regulators, which in some cases they can probably cut a few people because they're always
heavy.
Of course, the government, they're always top heavy.
But you think of, we're old enough to know what automobiles were like. The pollution, buses, when we'd be on the road, and if I had a bus in front of me, when that bus would take off on a dead stop, the smog coming up.
Well, even still,
let's go back to that.
The buses still put out, some buses still put out smoke.
Oh my God,
it's a hell of a lot cleaner.
Like it used to be.
They've got low sulfur fuel now. They got a bunch of different formulations.
Cars, like passenger cars? There was an era there where they were doing a lot of diesels. Remember?
Oh yeah.
But the back of the car
was all black.
Black.
Yeah.
With filth.
You got a white Mercedes and the whole black.
Like a friend of ours did. All back of his Mercedes station wagon, it was diesel, was all black.
Yeah.
Let's go back to that.
Let's see. Declare independence from communist China.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Declare independence from China. Hey, Vivek. When are you going to tell Donald Trump to stop making his shit in China?
Yeah.
Why don't you start there? Maybe you know what he's trying to do? Maybe his parents trying to convince him. Let's get out of China. Get away from China. Don't make anything in China. Let's do it in India.
Yeah.
We already have telemarketers from there.
Yeah. Hold the CCP accountable for COVID-19. Mm-hmm. That's the Chinese Communist Party, the CCP. He wants to achieve semiconductor independence. Okay, most semiconductors don't come from China anyway.
No, he basically said we need to defend Taiwan.
Yeah.
Until we are independent enough with our own semiconductors, till we don't need Taiwan anymore.
Right.
So Taiwan will be going, wait a minute. So as soon as you don't need us manufacturing semiconductors, then we're like, okay, we're done with you.
Yeah. Well,
you think China would invest here and say, here, let me help you guys?
China's done with the American chip market. They're not even buying chips from here anymore.
This guy is about just saying shit. And when he gets caught, everybody watch this. When he gets caught on something, double talk, trying to bullshit his way out, what does he do? He gives you that huge smile.
Yeah. Oh,
that huge, cynical shit smile.
He wants to stop CCP affiliates from buying American land. Because there's a lot of Chinese that are buying up, especially farmland. He wants to use the military to annihilate the Mexican drug cartels. Defend against the CCP's opium war. Really? Okay, it's the Chinese that are giving the Mexican cartels the opium so they can, yeah, okay.
You know, these right-wingers, let's think about this. Think about this. They're all pro-business, right?
Yeah.
They're pro-profit for American companies. They're all 100% capitalism. They'll fight against unions to help companies to not unionize. Bust unions because it's all about the corporation making money. But that's why they go to China, to make money. Right?
Which kind of...
Right? They go there to increase their profits.
Right, which kind of, you know, with him, he wants to ban all U.S. business from expanding into China.
Oh, really?
Yeah, until the CCP stops cheating.
And I'm sure corporate leaders in this country that are making money in China are going,
yeah, we're going to do that right away.
Yeah, that's okay. Say what you got to say. We know you're full of shit, because they know. We know you're full of shit because whoever wins the nomination is going to get our vote, even if it's you. You're just trying to reach the morons. Just trying to reach
there's quite a few morons.
The morons that hate China now. It's all against China. But you shop at Walmart and you don't even look at made in, because if you look at almost everything you buy, it's made in China. And by the way, we did a poll years ago on this. On Made in America. Remember that?
Yeah.
What is important to you? Made in the United States? Quality? Cost? It was cost. Those three and something else.
It was cost, hands down.
Made in the USA was last in what people saw as important when they shop. Price was number one. So wrap yourself in a flag. Wrap yourself in a flag. You have these people that have the U.S. flag. These colors don't run, bumper sticker, made in China, on their Korean-made car, right?
Or Japanese-made.
Or Japanese. Well, a lot of Japanese cars are manufactured here, but still the profits go back overseas.
Exactly.
But on your Korean-made car with your flag made in China, while you're on the way to Walmart to buy Chinese-made stuff because you want cheap.
Here's another good one.
Wrap yourself in a flag.
Well, yeah.
Our dad was an immigrant from Portugal, from Europe. He always told us, I buy American. Remember?
Yeah.
And we bought a lot of tools, equipment. And he even said, I buy American tools, not Chinese tools, because it was industrial tools.
Well, the Chinese back then really didn't have anything here.
No, not the tools you would see at Home Depot or Lowe's. We're talking about industrial equipment. That there was Chinese industrial equipment too.
Yeah.
He said, I'm paying more for the American equipment because it's going to last longer and it's not going to break down and there's downtime at work. And he said, and if I move to Germany, remember he said too, if I moved to Germany and I now lived in Germany, I would buy made in Germany.
Exactly.
But Americans don't think that.
No, they don't think that way. But anyway,
We're cheap.
How about we move on to shutting down some toxic government agencies like the Department of Education?
Well, let me say this. He's talking about shutting things down in China.
No, he's saying about banning U.S. businesses from expanding in China.
Expanding in China. Okay. Well, how about this? How about I call my cable company, it's American. I call banks that are American that make millions or billions of dollars in profit. Then you know what? Why am I speaking to India?
Yeah, or Pakistan or the
So why
Philippines.
don't we shut that down? Why don't we shut that down? Why don't we get American companies to have the customer service departments here where you're speaking to someone you can clearly understand that's an American, that's employed here, instead of speaking to someone in India that oftentimes I can't even understand.
And it provides jobs here.
What provides jobs?
Having them here.
Of course, they close down places here.
Yeah. But anyway,
But it's not that they can't afford it. It's to make profit. That's why American companies go to China, to make more profit. But they keep saying China, China, China. You know, he's an anti-war person, he says.
yeah.
He talks like he wants to go to war with China.
Well, a lot of them actually do. But anyway, he wants to get rid of the Department of Education, the FBI, and the IRS. Well, a lot of people would probably agree with the IRS.
Yeah, but they
part.
say that because it sounds good.
Yeah, and more. And rebuild from scratch when required.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the Department of Education. You do away with the Department of Education, do away with public education, period.
That's what they wanted.
And everything, you know, give the poor people a $1,000 voucher for a $7,000 school.
No, like when my kids went to private school and high school and middle school, it was like $12,000 a year for each one. Okay, so you're going to take money away from public schools and you're going to give me a check for $1,000, a voucher for $1,000, right?
Yeah, where are you going to
But
come
it
up
was
with the rest?
$12,000. So you're basically giving someone who could afford it a $1,000 break, and you're taking away from the public schools to where, too bad for you.
Yeah, because they don't care about. They
Too
want
bad
to
for
do. They want to
you.
do They want to do away with public education. That's been going on for years. And civil service.
Well, you know what we do? You know what we do? We import engineers from India,
And pay them less.
right? From India, we import other people of IT people, all kinds of stuff from India.
Yep.
To work here in the United States.
And
legally on yearly contract.
Yeah, and the excuse they use is, we don't have enough people here.
We don't have enough.
We got more than enough people, we just don't want to pay them. So they come in on these temporary visas, work visas, and they get paid half of what an American would get paid.
And then so many young Americans too are terrified of student loan debt.
Yeah.
Because you know what? You graduate college, and then guess what? You're on a 25-year payment plan.
Yeah.
Or a 30-year payment plan. So it's a mortgage. No wonder so many of them have to live with their parents and can't rent or buy places.
Well, that's another way to get people from getting a decent education.
You know, this is capitalism, right? Well, capitalism, you also invest, right? In any business, you invest.
Well, you invest in business, but in American capitalism works different.
No, but even American capitalism, if you have a factory, you invest in equipment.
Yeah.
You invest to grow the company. You have to invest to then make money. We don't see that here with education. We just don't seem to see that here. You know, get young people educated to where they're not going to be broke for years and years and years.
That's what that.
Because if they get educated, they start working, and guess what? They start paying taxes. Now they're paying taxes.
The economy moves along.
Economy moves along. They have buying power because this is a consumer-based economy. They're making money. They're buying stuff.
Yeah. Oh, he also wants to eliminate federal employee unions.
Oh, they love talking about eliminating unions.
By repealing JFK's executive order 10988, whatever. I guess that probably allowed federal. I don't know what it was. I haven't looked it up.
That's like Archie Bunker.
But that's a good one.
It's like Archie Bunker being against unions, but not his union.
Right. Yeah.
Not his.
And he also wants to move greater than 75% of federal employees out of Washington, D.C., and end pro-lazy remote work option. Yeah, remote work is, okay.
Yeah, because that's a big thing now, too. You know what it is? Especially with young people. They want some balance in their lives.
Yeah.
Okay? And what a lot of these right-wingers are against, they're against that. Okay, but you know what? The slavery of working for a company your whole life. And some of them there's no timing in and timing out. They'll call you at 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night, weekends, whatever. It's like you're an OBGYN. You're on call 24/7. you know, it's some of these companies, man. You know, they just treat their employees like they own them. But you know,
They just about do,
this
really.
Ramaswamy. I mean, dude, you know what? You want to talk smack? You Republicans, you used to be all anti-Russia. Remember? Mm-hmm. Oh my God! If you got Reagan back, you had a time machine, you made him president today. You think he'd be sending money to Ukraine? A lot of aid to Ukraine. A lot.
Hell yeah.
Lot. But, you know, and so now they're all China because of Trump, right? China. Trump defends Russia and attacks China. Even his followers, right? They're all foaming at the mouth against China. Hey, for those of you I've spoken to in work, for what I do, when you had to be on the phone with me on a three-way call, and I tell you, listen, this is going to be a little difficult depending on who we get because we're going to be speaking to India.
Yeah.
And these people would go, what? What do you mean India? I said, their customer service department is in India. Yeah, but it's an American company. I'm like, yeah, but customer service is going to be in India. If we get someone good that we could understand clearly, great. Or we'll get somebody that is poorly trained and very difficult to understand, and I'll have to repeat numbers and things over and over and over.
Right, especially
so you know
with the kids crying in the background.
Hey, and I've had that too, with children crying in the background. So, Mr. Ramaswamy, you want to talk about China and all you Republicans, China taking our jobs. Let's talk about India then, right?
Exactly.
Cover all your bases. Have Americans working here for companies where the CEOs make millions and millions of dollars a year. The companies make multi-millions in profit or billions in profit, but they take their customer service departments to India or Philippines.
And they want to cut
Those
pay
could
in
be
a lot of cases.
Americans.
Yes,
working.
they could.
There could be Americans working. Americans employed. Only reason I bring up India is because he foams at the mouth over China.
Yeah.
How do you forget India? Your family's from there. Do you not call customer service for anything? Whether it's a bank, whether it's your cable company, no matter what it is?
Guess not.
Me personally, I deal with a lot of these people in India. Some of them on a regular basis, and we get friendly. They're good. Some of them are good. Some of them are absolutely god-awful. They're poorly trained and hard to understand. But that's not the point. The point is, those are Americans that don't have those jobs.
Exactly.
Why do I call my cable company? I'm either talking to India or the Philippines. Right?
Here's one thing.
Is my cable company struggling?
No.
No, they're not.
In fact, they own other stuff besides just the cable company.
They're making tremendous profits. But we make more by shipping jobs to India. So you know what? You want to talk about China? Throw in India as well.
Yeah. Now, the VEC also wants to pardon defendants of political prosecutions. Trump, Mackey, and peaceful January 6th protesters.
Peaceful January 6th protesters.
Okay, the peaceful ones that were protesting on January 6th, they didn't get prosecuted because it was the ones that...
If you were standing around watching, no.
No.
But the ones breaking windows, attacking police officers. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot. The Republicans are the party of law and order.
Oh, yeah.
Law and order.
Oh, which...
breaking windows in the Capitol building.
That was just a regular day.
Destroying, stealing documents, defecating in the Capitol building. Those, like Trump said he'd pardon all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon all of them. Law and order.
And
right.
Here's one I actually...
Yeah, right. No, but let me ask this. Hey, Ramaswamy, what if those same guys got pissed off at you and then went to your parents' house, started breaking the windows in their house? Would that be okay? Well, they're upset. They have a right to protest, right? Peacefully.
Yeah.
So they can go to his house or his parents' house, start breaking his windows and shit, and he'd be like, no, I'm okay with this. I understand.
Right.
Of course you would.
Because
you're full of shit.
Breaking windows peacefully is
because he's full of shit.
Here's one that I actually agree with. Publish the Epstein client list.
Yes.
I agree. I actually agree with that 100%.
Yes, and neither side wants it.
Of course. Yeah, of course they don't.
Because guess what? I know the MAGAs are saying, oh, all these liberals, the ones that eat babies and all that shit.
Yeah.
No, and a lot of Republicans, if not Donald Trump as well.
Yep.
On that list.
Yep.
Because we have plenty of photos of him and Epstein together. Plenty.
Yep. Oh, he's got and then he's got area called Truth. And he's got a Jefferson quote. We hold these truths to be sacred and undeniable. That was Thomas Jefferson.
Okay, how this man has the humongous balls to use the word truth ever. Ever.
Number one, God is real.
He said that?
Yeah.
Well, he knows shit.
No, well, he says that on his list.
Yeah, he knows shit.
There are two genders, which, that's true, there's two genders. Human flourishing requires fossil fuels.
Because we don't advance as human beings. Right?
Reverse racism is racism.
We used to have to slaughter whales for oil, and we still do that. We have roads because we can't light our lanterns and shit.
Well, the Japanese
because we don't have electricity yet.
Well, the Japanese do it for
okay. We're not talking about that. I'm talking about it was used as a necessity, right, for oils, the whale oil to light lanterns. But since we still don't have electricity, we still need to do that because we've not advanced at all.
Yeah.
This guy kisses up. He's kissing up. He's doing a Trump. The only problem, dude, is first place, you're not lily white like you're trying to portray yourself to be. Okay. You're not going to get those rednecks and those people voting for you and passionate about you like they were about Trump. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. No, and number 5 here, an open border is no border. Okay, that's old.
Yeah, but I agree you cannot have an open border.
No,
that's ridiculous. And for those, and then there are those extreme leftists that, yeah, open borders are great. You know what I will say? You know who likes illegal immigration? Is companies, corporations.
Big business, yeah.
Because when people come here illegally, guess what? They're buying food, they're buying cars, they're buying clothes.
They're paying rent.
They're paying rents. They're consumers. They're illegal, but they're consumers. But I agree, you can't have open borders and just let everybody in. It's ridiculous.
Number 6, parents determine the education of their children. Okay, if parents keep voting the way they are, their children will not be getting a public education.
No, and you watch these videos where they're interviewing college students. How many states are there?
Yeah.
Who was the vice president? There was a good one, too, where there was a map, and he asked this young lady, find the United States. She had this stick. She went, boop, on Africa. They're asking college students, name 3 countries in Africa. They couldn't.
Yeah?
They couldn't. College students. That's the kind of education we have.
There's a real good one here, and I'm going to leave that one for last. Number 7, the nuclear family is the greatest form of governance known to mankind. I don't know what that means, but...
It means mom and dad.
Yeah, mom and dad, whatever. Here's an obvious one. There are 3 branches of the U.S. government, not 4. Really? How does he figure that?
We already know there are 3.
Yeah, everybody knows there's 3.
The judicial, legislative, and the executive.
Exactly. I don't know where he came up with the 4th one. Not 4.
Out of his ass. Because that's what this guy does.
Yeah. The U.S. Constitution is the strongest guarantor of freedoms in history. Okay, that's nice. Well, unfortunately, a lot of people do not care about the Constitution and freedoms that it provides.
Yeah, we had the Constitution, and they had to amend it many times because we had slavery. Women couldn't vote. People who weren't property owners couldn't vote.
Yeah, you had to be a white male Protestant, I believe, back when they came out with the Constitution to be able to own property or to vote. And property owner.
And you know what? For people to get rights they have today, was it easy? Did they say, you know what? We need to give women the right to vote. And everybody in government said, absolutely, we should have done this a long time ago. No, it was a fight.
Yeah, it was a big fight.
Everything's a fight.
Yeah.
Everything to get freedoms is a fight.
Now, this was...
Yeah, do away with slavery. It's not like, yeah, you know what, we have to do away with slavery. This is not, it's not right. No, that was everything's a fight. That was a war.
Now, here's number 8 on the list that I'm going to do for last, which I don't know what this guy's been smoking, but capitalism lifts people up from poverty. Capitalism has created the most poverty than any other system.
And capitalism is one of the reasons that you people talk about China taking jobs, Mexico taking jobs, like I said, India taking jobs, because that's capitalism. It's about profit.
Yeah.
It's about profit. Corporate profit. I'm going to use this one again. If we have a call center, we're a major company, we have a call center, we employ 500 Americans in our customer service department. We're going to shut that down, and we're going to go to India.
Exactly.
That's capitalism.
You look at, say, companies making tiddlywinks or whatever, knickknacks. They move the company over to China. The Chinese are getting paid a hell of a lot less.
Of course.
But there's a difference between those Chinese people who are getting paid a lot less and the employees here. The Chinese have universal health care, and chances are the employees that got fired here didn't have any health care with some of these companies.
Yeah, but the companies don't care about that. The
of course not.
Care about what does this cost per head.
No, but that goes to society.
What does this department, customer service department, cost us here? What would it cost us if we moved to China?
Well,
how many manufacturing companies here were moving to Mexico, and then all of a sudden they're like, wait a minute, screw Mexico.
Yeah, China.
And then some were doing, hey, wait a minute, China, no, India, Vietnam.
Yeah.
They will move wherever they have to make more profit. And if you ask those companies, would you make profit if you had those jobs here? Yes, but we have to show strong quarterly reports. We have to show more profit.
Steve Jobs was asked if Apple made their phones here, if they'd still make a profit, and he said yes.
He said yes.
Which is obvious.
But we want to make more. We want more.
Yeah.
It's like American cars. They can be manufactured here. You start looking at certain parts. Mexico.
India. It makes a lot of parts. Yeah.
They make parts for cars and then they're assembled here. American cars.
Yeah. China makes a lot of parts for American cars.
These guys praising capitalism. Okay, we're not anti-capitalism. But these guys praising capitalism and then attacking these, like China is forcing companies to go there. They're going there if it's more profitable. And if it's more profitable to then go to Indonesia or Pakistan or India, they'll leave China and go there.
They'll go anywhere where they can make a profit.
They'll go anywhere where the math is there. That's all it is. It's about math, making more profit. It's not about, well, we want to employ our people. We're Americans. We're an American company. We want to employ our people. No, it's about profit.
Capitalism has no...
Patriotism. There's no patriotism in capitalism. It's about profit.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but when a plant closes down, oh yeah, they're moving the factory to China. Those damn Chinese. Wait a minute. It's your American boss or bosses that made that decision because they can make more money by getting rid of you and moving to China.
Yeah.
So blaming China, then you know what? We have to blame. Then the United States of America needs to blame pretty much every country, so many countries in the world, right?
Yeah.
For stealing our jobs. They're not stealing your jobs. It's your corporate bosses that make those decisions.
They're handing the jobs to them.
So they make more money. And then when they show more profit, right, by moving over,
oh, they get bonuses.
Guess what happens? Bonuses and CEO bonuses go up and VPs and all, it goes up because, ooh, you showed more profit, so we're going to reward you. And then you have a bunch of Americans out of work.
Yeah, more and more.
And you know what? If you have an issue with that, Mr. Ramaswamy, call your cable company. Call your cable company.
Yeah.
Like I had to do one time. To call a cable company. I couldn't understand a person on the phone. I asked to be transferred to the United States. I got another person on the phone from India. Couldn't understand that one. Got another person on the phone was with so much, oh, hello, how are you? It's very nice speaking to you today. And I'm like, okay, man, listen, I'm in a hurry. I need to get this done. I asked to be transferred to the United States, and then I got transferred to the Philippines.
Yeah.
Them Filipinos
Yeah,
are
damn
taking our
Filipinos, yeah.
jobs. Not the cable company
Oh, no.
making that executive decision.
I mean,
People, man, you know what? It's just people are so stupid.
oh, especially in this
So
country.
stupid. When you lose your job because your factory is moving to China or India, Pakistan, Vietnam, Philippines, anywhere, they didn't come here, invade the corporate office, put guns to the executives' heads, and say, "You're now moving your
Production.
your
China.
production or your factory or your department to our country." No. They go there and see what kind of deal they can get. What is this going to cost us? What will this department cost us? Boom, 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 in Mexico or China or whatever. It's costing us this now.
Put something a little...
Ooh, wait a minute.
Yeah, put a little something in somebody's pocket.
And then they'll even say, sometimes they'll go, China, wow, huge savings for us.
Yeah.
But let's not jump the gun here. Let's look into Vietnam. Let's look into India. Oh, wait a minute. We can even do better in India than in China.
Right.
So screw China, we're going to India. And then Americans, yeah, them foreigners are taking our jobs.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
and what about
Americans are
taking our
stupid.
jobs here?
Yeah. Well, look at what happened in France when they wanted to lower the retirement age to 62.
Right.
It blew up.
Riots.
Yeah. They don't take shit. Here, oh, you want to take away my Social Security? Yeah, okay. How's the Kardashians doing?
Because here, I think here,
They're brainwashed.
didn't it happen with the veterans too? Used up veterans.
Yeah.
They couldn't get care.
They still can't.
Homeless.
Yeah.
Because we're done with you. It seems like a lot of these, especially on the right, have that mentality with old people. Oh, you're old now, you're not working anymore. It's actually bad business because don't you agree that if someone's retired, they have enough income coming in to live a decent life, they're buying more
They're
things.
still consumers.
They're buying clothes.
Yeah.
They're traveling to go see their grandkids. Or, they're consumers. They're spending money because they have money to spend. It's more money rotating into the economy, right?
Right.
Instead of them sitting there where they can barely even take their medication, they can't spend any money.
Yeah. And then Social Security caps their income.
Barely put food in the fridge.
Yeah, Social Security will cap their income. So you've got people that all they have is Social Security, but they need a little bit of an extra income, but it's capped.
And some live, that's all they
Yeah,
have.
and instead of capping, let them work, because they're still paying. The more they earn, the more they're paying into the system,
still
into
paying
Social
in.
Security,
They're
Medicare.
adding.
They're still paying. Yeah, paying
They're
into
adding.
it. Yeah, they're adding. But that's
It's just a mentality, I think, oh, we're done with you, so now you're a burden.
right.
And I think it was like that with veterans.
It was. Yeah.
Came back from Vietnam,
Yeah.
well, you're worthless as a soldier. You're worthless.
Yeah, you're worthless now. Oh, you got mental issues? Oh well, tough shit.
Yeah, go sit on the street, up against a wall on the floor,
Yeah.
with a sign saying, "I'm hungry,"
There was a movie about
because you're not worth it anymore.
a movie about the Veterans Hospital called Article 99. That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
But this mentality is from the right, and it's not Republicans. It's the right wing of the Republicans. Because you got to stop with Republicans and Democrats.
They're not all the same.
They're not all the same.
Even within
There
the
are
parties, they're all
Democrats
different.
there are Democrats that the extreme left Democrats, they're like, oh my God, they're nuts, right? And there are Republicans that, oh my God, this right MAGA, they're nuts.
Yeah.
It's not all Republicans are MAGAs or extreme right-wingers. All Democrats are extreme left-wingers. No, they're not.
In fact, there's a bunch of Democrats that could be Republicans and vice versa.
Absolutely. Look at Joe Manchin.
Yeah, look at him, exactly.
Joe Manchin. Conservative Democrat, basically is a moderate Republican.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But, yeah, Mr. Ramaswamy, full of crap, dude. And how anybody doesn't see through his crap is just beyond me.
I'm sure some people do.
Folks, What do you know about slick talkers? Talk fast, talk fast, talk over you, divert, divert, divert.
He'd make a
Schemers.
he'd make a good used car salesman.
Not for me, because I would go, okay, dude, I need a different salesperson. I'm not doing this shit. I'd say it to him right, because I've said it to salesmen before.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I've said it to a salesman one time. We were looking at a car. I already knew I was going to buy the car, and he goes, so imagine yourself in this car right now, driving away in this car. I said, okay, man, listen, I'm not a kid.
Yeah.
I'm here to buy a car. Don't start painting a picture for me to see myself in the car, driving. I'm not doing it. I'm not a child.
Yeah.
I said, so you know what? I don't want to deal with you. But listen, folks, Ramaswamy, you know the type, right? Talk fast, talk over people, evade the question. Because if someone's good and they're straight to the point and they're honest, when someone's asking them a question, they'll let you ask the question and then answer it. Right?
Yeah.
And then give an answer to the question. When he sees a question is not in his favor, he tries everything to do to speak over the person asking the question so he doesn't have to deal with it, or he can work his way out of it. Sleazeball his way out of the question. If anybody doesn't see this guy is a scammer, then man, I don't know that you could even see a sunrise. I mean, this guy's too obvious. He's too obvious.
Which could be a good thing.
Yeah, well, Trump was obvious too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he was really obvious.
He was obvious. What happened there?
Yeah, but Trump is a totally different...
He's got people even today that are willing to ruin their lives.
And some have.
To go do something thinking they're doing it for him.
Yeah.
And ruin their lives. And he doesn't care. He doesn't care. He doesn't care.
Trump? Of course not.
All right, folks, so we'll be back again in a couple of days. Here, so just remember, observe what Ramaswamy, observe. Don't take our word for it, just watch him. You'll get an idea of what a scammer this guy is. All right, folks, take it easy, and we'll see you again soon from John and Lou. Please subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, we appreciate the support, and if you want to, leave a comment. All right, take care.